It's estimated that 3 in 5 adults use their smartphones while crossing the street. This practice is killing people. Our producer Leslie investigated what's driving this dangerous behavior.
We're here on the mean streets of Los Angeles, and we've set up a task force to catch smartphone zombies. They're the people that are crossing the street while texting, and so many of them are getting injured while doing so. So we just caught you on your cell phone while crossing the street. What exactly were you doing that was so important?
I was playing Pokemon Go.
You know that you could have risked your life by crossing the street and not looking and being totally involved in this game.
Yeah, it's not smart, but it's an addiction.
It's an addiction, you hear that? So do you think the task force maybe made you change your mind about that addiction?
Yes, I'm going to put my phone away until I can finish crossing the street.
You were using your cell phone and texting and looking down while you were crossing the street.
No, I was looking at the time.
She was just looking at the time. Look at that. So do you know why we stopped you?
Not at all.
We are a task force.
Oh, you saw me walking and not, okay, yeah.
Why were you doing that?
I was texting my brother actually.
So that couldn't wait?
It possibly could have, you know, but
How old are you?
20.
So your age group, just so you know, is the most likely to be injured while crossing the street because of distracted walking.
Well, I've never been injured before, so
That's a good thing, and we want to keep it that way.
maybe next time I'll look up.
Right there with the backpack, brown backpack with the blue crop top. She's just walking across the street, La La Land. You were just crossing the street using your phone. You know how dangerous that is, right?
Definitely know how dangerous that is, but I was crossing when the light was red, and I knew my friend was crossing too, so I was like trying to get her on my Snap story, and maybe that was pretty dangerous, but now that I'm doing this interview, I will definitely take that into consideration moving forward.
Task force is working.
Our fearless producer and task force organizer, Leslie Marcus, joins us. All right, before we even get to your observations, Docs, true confessions. Have you ever walked across the street on your cell phone or looking down at it?
Yeah, I'm sure we all have.
I did it once in Atlanta and almost got hit by a bus.
Yeah.
I'll openly admit it,
right?
and I don't do it anymore. But Leslie, what was your biggest observation?
What I thought was really interesting is when I approached these people, they immediately wanted to get away from me because they knew what they were doing was dangerous. But I also noticed that so many people that were waiting for the light to change, they would instantaneously pull out their cell phone, like almost as a security blanket, so they didn't have to have interactions with the person next to them. So that was
And then
really
they start
interesting
texting,
as well.
and then they continue doing it while they're walking.
Exactly.
Or did you ever see the scenario where it seemed like a few times one person on their phone starts walking and everyone else starts walking, and the light's not even
It's like continuing
telling you to walk?
Yes,
Yeah, that-
exactly.
That's scary.
I'm curious to Dr. Judy, like, what do you think is fueling this in terms of the social media and why people can't get away? Like you mentioned addiction. Yeah, about the phones.
Yeah, absolutely. People are so addicted to their phones, and it's because of the fact that there is a hesitation to decrease that in stimulation. And the reason is we are stimulated by social media. It gives us rewards. And we find in studies that the nucleus accumbens, which is associated with eating chocolate, winning money, it's the same. That lights up when a teenager sees that their photo has been liked.
No one can like your photo if you're dead.
Right.
And I think we've all been guilty of this. And I think, is it fair to say the biggest takeaway is just put the cell phone away when you're out in traffic?
I just want to say that drivers and pedestrians, we need to work together here because you should not be crossing the street until you're making eye contact with that driver.
Yes.
Don't assume that
great
they
call.
see you, especially in alleyways where there's blind spots for the
And
driver.
they're on their phone while they're driving.
Right,
So they're not
So
looking
it's
at
not all
perfect
drivers
storm.
are focusing either.
Exactly.
They
Can you
might be
please do this for
distracted.
driving now?
I would
Drives me crazy hearing.
That's
I would
the
love to.
Well,
worst.
in fairness, when I almost got hit by the bus, and it wasn't technically my fault. It was a walk sign, but I got to tell you, the distraction, I didn't meet the driver's eyes, and I think that's a great takeaway. Just be aware.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.